It is a little challenging for all of us to get published in well-established journals, international journals, when we design, apply, and finalize our research works or develop some review papers. Actually, there are some particular steps and stages that help us to get published and well-established and well-indexed international journals and to get our works done after the completion of our research projects. When we try our design and apply our research projects or review some particular works to develop research paper or a review paper, from the beginning of our work, we have to follow some particular structure of research work and also literature review, and review the particular and related work from particular and valuable structure, and also works from well-established journals. And also when we complete our works, we have to try to review once the references when used in our review paper or research paper. And we have to choose few well-established journals that we used as a reference, the paper that published on the mentioned journals. And we submit our papers to the journals that we used their publications as references in our works. And also, when we choose particular journals, we have to read all guidelines, all author guides, or all structures that indicated by journals carefully, to know the structure, the guideline, and particular steps of required steps of the work based on the journal's requirements. Because if we do not consider journal guidelines for authors for some particular structures, because most of journals have their own ways of managing ways for papers and also publishing ways. That's why we have to follow carefully all the steps that are introduced by journals to manage our papers based on the requirements of the journals. And we have to be careful. We cannot send our papers or our works to 2 or 3 journals at the same time. We have to send our work just to one journal, and we have to wait until the final decision of the journal and the reviewers of the journal. And when we do our work, we design and apply our research and develop our research paper or review paper, we have to be honest. When we cite references, when we use some assertions, when we paraphrase assertions of other researchers and scholars, we have to be very honest. We don't have to change the aims and meanings of other people's assertions, but of course we can change the words and sentences to paraphrase. And it's very important to be clear and also careful and honest, because when we submit our paper, the first thing that journals do, journal managements, they check our papers by using Turnitin or other softwares for originality. And we have to be careful to use all things clearly and be honest in all aspects, in all parts of our work. And the most important thing and the master key for succession in getting published in the journal or publishing our works in well-established journals is patience and perseverance. Because when we send or submit our papers, the papers will be reviewed with different reviewers based on the peer review policy or work of journals. And also, when we do our works, we know every step of our work, but other people may know that may not have that much information. We have to write and develop our papers very clearly, and also we have to share some extra or helpful and supporting data to help the reviewers to get the right points and know our aims when we develop papers. And when our works rejected by one journal, it means that we do not lose our chance, and it's not the end of work. We have to consider the points of views of particular reviewers, and we have to edit or bring some particular edits and revise our work based on the valuable comments, and we have to submit our paper to other journal, to another journal if rejected. But if the journal ask us to resubmit by some minor or major revision, we have to do the required revision and edits and send back. And also we have to try our best, we have to persevere and to have perseverance to get published, because it's not easy to just develop or write papers and submit to journals and get published. That's why it's very important to follow write journals and valuable journal papers when we review literature for our works, for our research works, for review papers. And we have to choose right journals for our work, especially for the paper that we use as references in our works. And also we have to be careful when we cite or also use different quotations, be honest when we use the assertions and data from other works. And also we have to use our paper or work to the right journal in just one journal. We cannot send to different journals at the same time. And we have to have patience and also perseverance, and patiently have to continue the work and try to revise our papers based on the required revisions and also comments, and send to different journals one by one, but not at the same time. When one journal rejected, we can send to another journal after some revisions. But it's very important to follow the guidance and information that's shared by journals for authors. I am Dr. Abdul Qahar Sarwari. If you think such videos are helpful, please subscribe the channel. Thank you.